We back at it again with another one.
Hey.
How you feeling?
Feeling good. It's Monday. Straight pressure.
So, first things first, man. I know this is off topic from what we normally talk about, but the fact that they called us and said 7.5 school today, that was different.
Like in the history of going to school, they ain't never called and said don't come to school because of the weather.
Called and text. So that's to let you know where we at with it. But that's different. But I just wanted to chime in on that because I'm like, us growing up, we never had that. A phone call saying don't bring your kid. Like, it was adamant. Do not show up tomorrow.
Even then, too, like my job texted me and was like, do not come into the office. Stay at home and work. So I think this is just unprecedented times where things have never happened before are happening today.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys stay safe in the hurricane. If you guys are not in Cali, we had a hurricane the last day, and it literally rained all day. Literally all day, which is rare for California. And so yeah, that's just a little recap of the weekend.
I'm excited. We back. It's our third week.
We back. Definitely, we were looking forward to Monday, starting a podcast. I feel like Mondays are like a fresh day to start your week. Like Mondays are going to set the tone for how your week is going to be. So when Sunday rolls around, I like to like prepare for the week. So just a little advice is prepare. If you have a good Monday.
Preparation prevents poor performance.
Okay, we'll have to put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. I mean, if you prepared, then you already know you're going to be more accurate. So I like that we've been on point. This is the third week. This shows that we got the gears turning. We've been showing up early, 6 o'clock on time. And so, yeah, let's get into it. First things first, I know you had something to kind of elaborate on.
Yeah, so by the title, today's, show is going to be dedicated more to female artists, like not just hip hop, not just R&B, but just the collective of the female artists in music. And I wanted to start off with kind of like a compare and contrast of female music back in the day, like in the 80s and 90s versus today. And I think it's definitely on two different sides of the spectrum. Do you agree?
Yeah, it's definitely evolved dramatically. It's different for sure.
Like when you think about female artists, like back in the day, like who kind of comes to mind for you?
TLC, Aaliyah, Salt and Pepper, Queen Latifah,
The Brat,
Missy Elliott.
Oh, Missy Elliott for sure.
Missy Elliott was like, she was ahead of her time. Like she was just so much of a trendsetter. It's crazy, but it was a lot of female artists.
A lot of female artists, yeah.
And Lil' Kim, can't forget, because Lil' Kim was that cusp of like.
Yeah, I feel like Lil' Kim and Foxy, they started like separating themselves.
As far as like rap. Like,
yeah, exactly.
And the whole sex appeal that come with it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. And so when I think of females today, who comes to mind for me is Cardi B, Big Lotto, Meg Thee Stallion.
Well, I know you're gonna say her because that's I know you ain't gonna leave her out, but Nicki.
Nicki, yeah, she's the OG for sure. Nicki, who else? Doechii.
Yeah, Doechii be coming with it.
I feel like Doechii's underrated right now. But yeah, when you just listen to the names, like it's very like compare and like contrast. So
yeah, female, they running the industry. I mean, it's y'all time right now. You know what I'm saying? I think it's everything evolves, everything changes, and when you understand that, you will understand you just will understand the time we in. It's y'all time right now. So, and I think the thing about it is too, with that being said is that I'm starting to see that the female artists are kind of like getting to that point too, where like they're doing way more collaborations.
Yeah.
You know, before when we talked about that cuss of like Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, they was associated to groups. And back then, like, let's just say Foxy Brown was rocking with whoever she was rocking with, Jay-Z and them, and Lil Kim was rocking with Biggie and all them. If those groups wasn't like cohesive, they wouldn't do music together. It was kind of like you go at her, you go at her.
But I feel like it's kind of like that now, no?
It is, but I feel like it's more business though. It's more like if you hot, we could do a song together. But I think too, it is a thin line because I feel like it's two artists, and I don't want to go too in depth. That's like people definitely have to pick sides, females.
But why is that with females? It's like
because y'all catty.
We catty? Like break that down. What does that mean, catty?
Catty mean like if you rocking with her. Is like I don't know how this like females is more territorial.
But who made us like that?
Y'all. Like that's who y'all are. Like that's a piece of y'all. Like that's a piece of y'all DNA that comes with.
That's who we are. Well,
yeah.
Me personally, I'm not like that. I'm for the team. So
yeah, you are to an extent, but it's like at the same time, it's like I mean, it's kind of hard to really dive in. 'Cause I'm not a female, but from the outside looking in. It's real more so like.
Well, okay. I won't. For me, I'm gonna say the word is diva. A lot of females act like a diva. Like they gotta act like when they come in the studio, they gotta have this and that. They can't have this or this and that.
Because that goes
for
back to
a male too.
That goes back to ego. Diva is a part of the ego. But I think the thing about that is that like, for example, Cardi. I feel like her personality is like fun, and she's no matter if she did music or did movies or anything, she's always gonna be like the life of the room because so when you have somebody like that, she's welcoming to oppose to it's some other artists that's like if they kind of like demand instead of just coming in naturally.
Yeah, when they approach, it's more aggressive than like opening.
Yeah, and welcoming. You know what I'm saying? So that's the diva side probably that you're talking about. But I do see a lot of female artists kind of like making music together, and it's sounding good. It's sounding real good. And I think too though is because with the female artists. I think a lot of times they don't have a problem with having writers in the room. I know that sounds crazy, but like with guys, that's like a, back in the day, that was kind of like
that's like a no-no. Like
if you had a ghostwriter, or if people they didn't want people to know that. But I feel like with the female, it's definitely something where it's like, I want to be known, but it's like at the same time, it's about a hit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's about a hit. And I think that's why a lot of female artists is winning right now because they linking up with these producers and they coming in and they working together. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying the producers writing or this and that. They just they in the room to make these hits. Mm-hmm. And that's what's going on. And I love to see it because at the end of the day, it seems like it's back to the music.
Yeah. And another thing that I noticed too, like female artists back in the day, their music wasn't as like explicit about like the things that they talk about now. Like I feel like the music that I hear now today is mostly about three things. It's about sex, money, and like pimping a nigga. And I feel like back then I don't remember a lot of that. I remember more so like it was more so female empowerment. Like females wanted to be known in the industry. Like they wanted to be known like for their like artistry. Feminism, artistry, like they just wanted to like stand up, like measure up next to the guys in their music.
And that's a valid point. But then look where y'all at now. Y'all reached that goal.
So now what? Now we gotta just talk about, our pussy and money.
I don't know what y'all should talk about, but that part of what you said was very valid. That was y'all wanted y'all just do, but now y'all at the top. So now that y'all at the top, now it's like what y'all gonna come with, and that's what you saying is this is what y'all want to come with now. Everything you said was valid in the beginning. Y'all just wanted y'all just do. Y'all wanted y'all recognition. Y'all didn't want to stand us and that. Now y'all ain't got to deal with none of that, and this is what we talking about. There you go. So it's like
breaking news.
Breaking news. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, with that being said, I feel like not all though. You got a lot of the thing about it, it's a lot of talented female artists that I come across that's not just rapping about that. But we do know like
the mainstream, that's what they rapping about.
That's what they own. And that's being pushed. Clearly
you can tell it's being pushed because not only are they talking about that, but now you got people coming out full on sexiness. Like, for instance, Coi Leray. Coi Leray used to dress like a tomboy. She used to have two different sides. Now she's all sex appeal. Like, you could catch her in a floss bikini and a top, and that's all she wearing. Not saying nothing's wrong with that, but I just noticed that like what happened to that tomboyness, and I feel like they're like pushing. No, we ain't doing that. Let's show a little more booty. Let's show her more little boobs. And that's what's going to keep the views coming. So I definitely see that.
And I feel like, another part of being an artist, this goes for male and female, is once you get to these heights, you got to always tap into yourself again and say, is this me or is this the dollar pushing me?
Or is it them?
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, I don't really know Coi Leray like that, but I do see what you're talking about. We have seen the transition of like, this is what this is. But I feel like every female art, because come on now, like we could compare that to Beyonce.
In what aspect? Like the sex appeal?
Yeah, when Beyonce be doing these shows.
But that just happened. She just started showing, I feel like, way more skin lately. Because Beyonce used to be, when she had the baby, Beyonce was covered up.
When she had a baby, babe. You was covered up too when you had a baby.
Yeah, but now she's back out. They back out.
I mean, I'm just saying, like
she got to get them sales. She got to try and get them.
It's entertainment, babe. It's entertainment. But I see what you're saying. You're saying like it's a thin line between entertainment and like solely pushing this.
Yeah, like I thought we was pushing the music, but now it's more of the image than the music.
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like that's a thin line to kind of like, straddle, because it's like at the end of the day, when you, a part of being an artist or a music artist is that your fans, they're kind of like, they're becoming fans for multiple different reasons, right? We know that. That's a part of entertainment. Mm-hmm. So when you look at a Beyonce, her thing is show. She puts on a hell of a show.
Yeah, she's a great entertainer.
Mm-hmm. So with that being said, she wants to show a little bit, a part of the entertainment.
Yeah, that's a part of the show. I'm cool with that. That's a part of the show. Yeah.
But I think now when you look at the flip side of Coi Leray trying to be on that level too. But I think Coi Leray just takes it a little bit more like, I'm here. You feel me? I'm here. And we all see that she here and it's love, but I think it's just how you do it. I feel like that's just like one of those things where it's like it's a thin line to straddle. But then it's like, look, you said it in the beginning. Female artists, they just wanted to just do. A lot of female artists was tomboyish looking because with the whoop.
That was a style.
That was a style.
Yeah.
Now y'all here, it's like it's a new style.
I feel like in order to stay there, you gotta show your skin, you gotta do this, you gotta do that if you want to stay there.
I think you don't have to do nothing. I think if you do those things, more doors are open up faster. But I don't believe you have to do anything to stay anywhere. I believe if you do those things, you're going to get more looks, more doors will open up faster.
More sales.
Views. We know that. But I still feel like you got a Rhapsody who she don't really do none of that. And she's barring up and she has her success in her own lane and stuff like that.
But they don't talk about it as much.
Yeah, but it's like at the end of the day, we all know like sometimes a lot of the times the GOATs or the people that just because you're not being talked about on the mainstream don't mean the recognition behind the scenes of the credit is not being that's known. Like I know about Rhapsody, I know about the artist that's not doing that, and it's it's how you want to skin your cat. I don't think you have to do anything. It's just how you want to approach it and what you want to stand on. And my thing is I don't judge either, whether you do it that way or this way. Yeah. That's the lanes you want to dive in, but I do believe it's a little bit more of a challenge if you're not doing that.
Yeah.
Because you have to figure out witty ways to touch the people. You know what I'm saying? It's more like you gotta outthink it. And I think the easiest route with anything, people always gonna choose that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Like the easiest route. If we go right now and I say, babe, I'm hungry, the hard thing is gonna be like, damn, I gotta cook this nigga some food. But the easiest thing is like I could warm this nigga up something in the microwave.
Yeah.
Now it's how you gonna skin that cat tonight, but you have a choice. And I think a lot of people choose the easy way.
Which way is the easy way?
The easy way is when if you show a little this, you do a little that.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna move a little faster. The harder way is like I really gotta bar up. My show really gotta be on point. My skill set gotta be on point. My marketing, as far as like these concepts on how I'm gonna get it to the people, gotta be different. It's gotta be real more like witty. It gotta be more on point,
strategic,
more savvy. It gotta be way more savvy. And we don't really see that as much because the easy part is the part that is shown the most. The easy way is the part that's shown the most.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but I feel like female artists, y'all, whatever y'all doing, man, y'all on top. So, I mean, yeah. You're a female artist, so this is a good topic. Like, I like what you've been doing, though. You've been having fun with it. We did videos yesterday, you know what I'm saying? Just being yourself.
Yeah.
And I think, like, that's a part of building a fan base, too, because one thing about it is this, though. When you build a fan base, when you're a new artist, people tap into who you are, like right now. Like they love, okay, Lika, she's cool, she's a tomboy, she does this and that. You're gonna always evolve and grow. But when you go from this to now, like, damn, Lika's showing her ass cheeks every post. Okay, she's coming out.
The views is going up, the followers is going up.
Yeah, but then your core
is gonna be looking for that.
No, your core is gonna be looking for what happened to the tomboy league.
Oh. But then you gain two different sets of
and that's what I'm saying.
Fans.
You can't win or lose. It's just how you gonna do it.
Yeah.
There's no answer to it. That's what I wanted to say. It's just how you want to do it, and this main thing is be confident.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, make sure you feel right about it inside, because you don't want to gotta sleep at night.
Right.
And once you stand on that, be confident.
Yeah. What I really liked about the artist Her, for a while when she came out with her music, you didn't know who she was. You just heard this voice. I love that. And I think
mystique.
Yeah, it's the mystique. Like all you got was her music. So either you're gonna like the music or you're just not gonna be a fan. And then years later, she started, showing her face. But then she kept some glasses on, so you didn't get a full, face. So that's kind of like, I don't know. I kind of like that part, and that's kind of like what resonated with me. So when I did the cover to Zaddy, I didn't want to put a picture of me on there. I don't want to put anything about me. I wanted to keep it like real mystique, and all you got was the music, and
I think that's a great way to build a fan base, because now people that do like Zaddy that hasn't seen you yet, that's all they're judging it off of. And I feel like that's the best thing when it's just about the music.
It's just about the music.
Because later on when they do come across you and they see like, yeah, all right, she popping.
They're going to be like, oh, she is a straight fool. When it
and they start seeing your personality and everything, then it makes sense. And so it's all about like Apple. They don't give you everything at once. And I think that's the difference of right now is that we live in a time where you got to figure that part out, where it's like attention spans are really short, so you got to feed them. But then again, you got to figure out how to be mystique too. Mm-hmm. And everybody got to figure that part out. But I think the mystique brings the allure. I'm like, damn, who is this? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. And so when they right now, they just hearing a lot of the music everywhere. They just flooding it everywhere. But they might not put a face to it yet. But they hearing it. Right. You know, and that's the allure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that takes time. But if you're willing to be patient, I feel like that foundation is a great, because like you said with her, great example. Like her fan base and what she's built is very unique. Yeah. And she's not very out diverse here, too. And she's not out here, like you said, the main topic is she's not out here going,
yeah, she's not revealing at all. Like,
and she found her, you know what I'm saying? Because you know why? Because a lot of her fan base is there for the music.
And too, I feel like she has an older crowd as well. Like, yeah, she just has a real diverse fan base.
And so that I like that duality that you brought up. Like, you can either go this way or you can go this way. Either way you go, you're right. But it's like, but go back to you, not to like cut you off, is that you already kind of been thinking it out. A lot of artists don't think it out. They just going. Yeah. And so you're already like, all right, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it in a way where like, okay, I'm going to make the music. I'm going to put it out. I might do a little videos of me here and there, but I'm not really trying to fantasize to the world this. Yeah. To get y'all to come see me. Yeah. I want you to be like, that shit hard.
Like, and I think that's more so too, like growing up, I've always had attention on me. I play basketball. I'm tall. So like, I feel like I know what it feels like to get attention, and I want to.
I think we kind of both. That's our. It's like when you walk in a room, we're not looking for it, but it just be there.
It always there. It's always there, and I want to put the eyes on the music.
Yeah, because you know later on that's gonna still be there. Yeah, it's always gonna be there.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. So how do you feel about? So I've been seeing like on Instagram, people say like. Any female can be a artist, like a rapper. And I'm starting to see like a trend as well, like artists, females, they all rap the same, they all look alike. So like, how do you?
I do believe that's a truth. It's truth to that statement. Anybody could be anything. Yeah. But I feel like it's levels to everything. And so like with that being said, yeah, if you get on the right beat and you put the right lyrics to anything and you get people to move, it could be something, right? But at the same time, it's called skill set. And I think longevity comes with skill set. I think anybody can make a hit. Okay. You know what I'm saying? With the right things lined up, anybody can make a hit. But at the same time, longevity comes with like after that hit, what's gonna happen? Yeah. Sustainability.
Is that how one hit wonders happen?
That's what I'm saying. So that without even saying that, that's what that is. It's been there to make hits, but now it's like, okay, where do you go after this? What's next? Yeah. And I think that goes back to like developing your skill set, really putting the time in. Yeah. You know, and that's something that that's when you got to question yourself after you make the hit. Do you really want to do this? Yeah. You know.
Okay. Yeah, I've been seeing that like a lot. Like every time, I see a female drop a song, people are in the comments like, anybody could, like, here goes another one, like another female rapper.
I mean, in the audience, the people are just saying like, what's gonna separate you? Yeah, that's what they really saying. Like, it's like sometimes when you read these comments, sometimes it's a good thing to kind of like dissect them, because they could be saying something that's valid. Like you could take that. I would take that as like, okay, bet they think I'm only coming with one. I got way more in the library. But some artists gonna be salty about that, like but it's more so they questioning your work ethic.
Yeah.
Here go another one. And if you only drop one song and you don't drop nothing else that's better than that, then they was right. But then it's like if you do drop something that's harder than that and they keep seeing you develop, then that fan who said that, or not even a fan, but that comment turns into later on like, damn, like I thought she was gonna be a one-hit wonder, but low key, like she on top. Like I think that's the thing about where we at with it too, is like I love when people count me out.
Yeah, you thrive off of that.
I think every artist should thrive, because that's a part of it. When you first doing anything, it's gonna be a lot of people that just gonna count you out and doubt you. The ones that get past that and like be able to use that as fuel, those are the ones that I see that just become highly successful. And it's just like, yeah, we be thinking it happened overnight, but now they put the word. Cardi, I remember it like it was night and day. I don't miss. When they come to picking artists, knowing they're going to go, I don't miss. I remember when we first came across Cardi, she wasn't even doing music.
She was just like doing personality, like just
on Instagram. And I remember, and I was like, she a star.
Yeah.
And I only said that because her personality, she was likable. Then next thing you know, she started doing the music. And I'm like,
well, even before she did music, did she do music first or Love and Hip Hop? She might have did a little music and then Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, I think that's how.
But once she got on Love and Hip Hop, I feel like that's when the world found out about her and then just elevated her.
Took off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to this day, her foundation is what? The music, but at the same time, it's really
her personality.
It's her personality. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, it's just everybody got a gift. And it's about honing in on that gift and building around it.
Yeah.
That's what she did. Her gift was her personality. You feel me? So
then she started doing all these other things outside of her personality
You know what I'm saying? And so I believe like that's my thing with life. Everybody has a gift. It's just finding that gift and then tapping into it. And then building around it. But you first got to master that. Whatever that is, master that one gift and then build all the way around.
How do you find your gift? Like, how do you tap into your gift?
Your gift is normally something that becomes... Your gift is normally something that's natural and it's real easy to you.
And that you like doing?
That's really probably 9 times out of 10 your gift. Something that's just real natural, real easy to do. And then, but a lot of people sometimes shy away from that purposely. They be like, that's too easy. But that's probably the thing you should be doing. You feel me? And then build off of that once you master, because even though it's easy, you still got to master the easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though you think it's something, but it's always going to be some things that you don't know inside of the gift that you ain't even tapped into yet. You know, it's called the 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure after Love and Hip Hop, Cardi B I remember when she had 180,000 followers. That's when I was like, look at this. She hilarious. I'm pretty sure once she went on Love and Hip Hop and seeing how the cameras are and how to play with it, that's when her gift, the gift of being naturally funny and this and that, magnified.
Right. Yeah.
Because now she know how to play with the camera.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So it's like, you know, but yeah, I think female artists, I think another thing too is like, I feel like, not like that, but I ain't gonna say this, like, I feel like when it comes to males, it's my point of view, it's a lot of things that, I don't want to say gatekeeping, but it's a lot of things that be going hand in hand when you're trying to like elevate. I feel like female artists right now,
we could break through that gate a little quicker.
Because you know why? Because y'all kind of like, from the manager, from like some of the spots in these record labels, it's a lot of y'all in there now.
Yeah.
And y'all like, girl, come on.
But you said we catty.
But y'all always going, but it's still, I go back to this. bosses is bosses,
Yeah.
especially females. When you get a female boss, she like, let's get this money. Cause a boss ain't caring about none of that. It's kind of like in between that you get all the catty. A real boss is gonna see like, we can eat. Let's eat. All that,
So if you acting catty, you're not a boss yet.
I don't think so. I don't think so. That's a bar. I feel like if you acting catty and you're all about the ego, you're not a boss.
You're not a boss yet.
Cause how could you be both? Because if that's the case, then you missing out on a lot of money if you're doing that. Because here go be an artist that comes in a room that you could definitely see value where you can help her, but your ego and your cattiness is gonna kill that. Nah, bosses, I don't see bosses on that. If I see you got the work ethic and I see you coming in with open-minded and you got open arms and I see you really trying to work, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? And I think, I don't know. But you're a female, how do you feel about that? When you be in the workspace or when you be out and about, do you see females that are on a high tier be acting like that? I mean, I don't know. Like,
yeah. From what I see sometimes is female that have that higher positions.
Yeah.
Matter if it's in the workplace or outside. Sometimes they could take that bossness and use it as, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, they just use it in a way that it's against you, like kind of manipulative in a way.
Okay. All right.
Like, I know my position, you know my position, so you need to do this and that. Now, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but sometimes that's just kind of what I see, like, as a female boss.
Is that I mean, see, and this go back how you take it, right? Because what she said is I could see that happening, but what you said is this though, and it's a fact. I'm just use your words. You know my position, right? It's how you say it. I think it's always how you say
how
it.
It's delivered.
How it's delivered.
Yes.
But you know my positions, therefore you know I have experience, and you coming in with no experience. Shouldn't you listen to the experience? Now,
you should always listen to the experience. But sometimes what I see is, do this and that. Do part of my job.
Oh no, that's weak.
Yeah, do part of my job because I'm the boss and I'm telling you what to do. Yeah, sometimes it goes like that, but sometimes it could be like on a more of a team aspect where it's like, I know my position. I know like your position. So let's put both of our positions together and let's do it for the team type.
I think that's what I was talking about. That other thing, do my job, that's weak. Like, anybody like come in and do my job and this and that, like I don't know about all that. But the whole part of like, because I believe like the whole point of working with somebody more experienced than you is to learn and to grow. That's the whole point. Because all you're doing is shaving off time. When you work with, like, a lot of people don't understand this. When you work with somebody who has experience, all you're doing is shaving off years in your life in that field that you're trying to go into. So it's very vital to work with bosses and work with people with experience, because if not, you have to go out and make those errors on yourself, which means you're not wasting time, but that's time that you could have been learning from somebody who already did it and made those errors. So when you speak, I just hear like, whenever I get around people that I know that know more than me, I always kind of like really be quiet. Not be quiet, but I don't say as much because I know like I can gain way more from you if I say less and just kind of be a sponge.
Yeah, and observe and like take it in.
And take it in because I know you've been here and done that.
What about, for instance, I've seen people who get around bosses and they ask them a million questions. How do you do this? How you do that? Do you feel like that's okay? Or should it be like you said, like listen, observe?
I do both. I listen, I observe, and then if they're doing something that I don't understand, I ask questions. I have to. Because if I don't ask a question and it just go out the window. Now I didn't learn nothing.
Yeah.
But I like to just sit back the majority of the time when they do what they do, or when they're speaking. And if it's something that I do need to like elaborate more, like, what do you mean by that? Like, or, you know, like you got to ask questions. That's how you learn.
But the questions I'm kind of talking about are, you know, you get those people that don't want to do their due diligence. They don't want to do research. They rather just ask you a million questions. How'd you do that? How'd you find that? How'd you look up that? How'd you get to that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a thin line, because it's like you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it.
Yeah.
And once a person starts asking it so many questions, now I'm like questioning, like, are you really downloading this information?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to explain it, because you can't. There's no like set amount of questions. You be like, oh, this person ain't getting it. But it's like, bro, it's like if you asking repetitive questions.
I only asked because I remember you came. A couple people have approached you, but you were trying to teach them what you knew, but at the same time they were asking so many questions that you could tell they weren't going to go back and do their research. It was more so just like, you're here in front of me, let me ask you everything so I can be, you know, like know everything you know right now in this moment.
Yeah. I mean,
I just feel like sometimes you got to know like what type of person you're
dealing with,
or you're trying to help boss in a way.
Well, I think too. Okay, so I love that. Let's transition. I think it's a thin line to transition to be a boss. Because I think a lot of people, shout out to Black, he always tells me when we speak on the phone, he's like, a lot of people think they bosses, but they're really not bosses. He said the main thing of a boss is they got to take accountability.
I'm definitely not a boss yet. I'm gonna just say that.
You know,
but I'm working on it.
And so my thing is that what you're saying is a lot of people we have seen ask questions in the past and this and that, but what shows me if they're at that level is their actions.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't mind giving the game. You know, I think, you know, God put me on this earth to do that.
Yeah.
But it's the repetitive. Because if I know you're not ready yet to download this and really use it, then you're wasting my time. Yeah. And time is an essence for me right now. Like, it's always been an essence, but more than ever, now that I'm older, I gotta really, like, you know what I'm saying, dish this out in a manner. So to answer that is like, you know, yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, you definitely want to ask the right questions. You don't want to wait. Because another thing too, when you're dealing with a boss, you don't want to waste their time.
And they might not even have a lot of time for you. They might just be making time for you.
Yeah, you don't want to. One thing, when I've been around the billionaire, I try it. That's the number one thing you don't want to do is make somebody feel like they're wasting their time. Because when you think about it, successful people, they probably got so much going on that their time is their biggest asset. Yeah. So you don't want them to feel like they're wasting it, because then whenever you make that phone call and you want to, you're trying to come around, they're going to look at you as like, nah. But on the flip side of that, let's just say if you are building with somebody, you helping them out, and every time you see them leave and they come back, they better and they leveling up, you like low-key eager to get in the game even more. Because you're seeing that they're digesting the information.
And they're using it.
And they're using it. So I think to answer your question, yeah, but I like what you said, babe, because I think that's a part of becoming a boss is knowing yourself.
But I'm not a boss yet.
Yeah, but you're working towards it. And that's the thing of, I feel like that's the duality between a lot of people is that they don't take it. That's taking accountability, babe. That's what you're doing right now. You're saying, yeah, I'm learning. I'm doing what I'm doing. Everything I'm doing, I'm doing it at a high level. But as far as like really putting everything on my back, because that's what a boss is. When you're a boss, it's all on you. If the shit don't work, it's falling all on you. And it's a good thing to know, like, I'm working towards that, but I'm not all the way there. Yeah. Because you know what you're doing? If you tell somebody that, it's like I saw this clip for Alicia Keys and I posted it today. She was like, stop putting people in a position that's not really ready for that position yet.
Mm.
Because all you're doing is setting them up for failure.
For failure. Yeah.
And that's a bar, because, for example, if you come to me now, you tell me you're a boss, and I put you in a boss position where I need you to handle all this, and you don't handle it, now I set you up and I set myself up for failure.
Yeah, it's like a domino effect. Everybody's gonna tumble.
But now if you come to me, you like, I'd be like, I want you to do this. You're like, nah, that's a lot of positions. I ain't ready for that, but I can take care of this right here. Mm. Now you're an asset. Because you letting me know that right there, I gotta find somebody, or I gotta take upon this over here. But all this right here, you willing to handle, and you know you could do it. And that's just being transparent and honest, and that's accountability. And so, yeah, I think but that go back to now let's round it all up. A lot of females is bosses though too. Yeah. Because of the accountability. Males, a lot of men want to act like it, that I'm macho, walk in the room and want to be the guy, but you ain't did no work. To be the boss, you got to put in the work.
That part. To be a boss, you got to put in the work.
You got to put in the work. To be a boss, ain't no way around not putting in the work, because it's all on your shoulders. So don't say you a boss and you not putting in you're not working more than the people that you trying to basically dish out this, you do this, you do this, you do this. If you ain't doing majority of that work on top of that, you're not really a boss, because at the end of the day, when it falls, it's falling on them and you. And you're going to fall first because you put them in position. So when they don't do the job, you falling. And when you don't do the job, you falling. It ain't just they falling.
Yeah. That's a fact.
So yeah, take that with stride. Like I'm so like, I mean that wholeheartedly. I'm tired of so many people, using this boss. I'm the guy, this and that, but you ain't really, man. We've been doing this a long time, babe.
I think you are a boss. You're definitely a boss.
I know. I know that, for the simple fact that my whole life has been, I have this on my life is, I have it on my back. Yeah. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I had to make decisions
at a
young age. Mm-hmm. So my mentality is like that.
So I think you just gained most of your experience at a young age, and it only prepared you to become a boss. That's sooner than your peers, I feel like.
Yeah, because I feel like majority of being a boss is the mentality.
The mentality and the experience and the time you put in, like you said.
Yes, all those things. And I put a lot of time, a lot of experience.
Since you've been young, since I've been knowing you, you've always been like that.
Yeah, but the flip side of that is like when you trying to and you kind of like, the biggest thing of what you want in life, my perspective, and it's like, as I'm sitting there smiling right now, is that your fundamentals, babe, is growing.
Mine?
Yes. Like everything we talking about of being a boss, I'm seeing it in you now.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're in the same room as a boss.
It's a fact. It's a fact. That's a fact. It's a fact. That's a bar. That's a bar. But I see it though.
Yeah.
No, I see it. And I feel like it's nothing better if we go fishing. I got two bosses on the boat. Because you're going to catch fish over here. I'm going to catch fish over there. When we go back to the dock, you're going to drive the boat halfway. I could drive the boat halfway. You feel me? You know the game. You see what I mean? That's the cheat code really in life. People don't really get that. That's the cheat code, is when you can get everybody on that frequency to think like everybody on the boat. Because everybody on the boat will be a boss. Therefore, if this got to be done, you could do it, or I could do it, or we could switch off.
Yeah.
That's what you want. And that's why I'm at with it in life. I'm like, it's more so quality over quantity.
Yeah.
I'd rather have two bosses than 5 people that just acting like they're a boss. I'd rather have 2 real bosses or people that's trying to get to that point, that's really want to be that, than having 10 or 20 people saying they're doing that, but ain't doing nothing to showcase that they want to be a boss.
No.
Because, like example, I called you today. I'm like, we're going on today. You're like, I already know. I'm ready. All that is one word: accountability. We showing up every week. We coming here. We showing up. We coming for y'all every week.
We showing up. We bringing content, useful content that the people can use and take back. And yeah.
So I'm proud of you.
Proud of you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But this shit is real.
This shit is real. But so yeah, okay. So let's end it on this note, y'all. Top 5 female
artists.
Yeah, female artists.
Right now, or like?
I'm gonna say right now, because obviously, like, we've been comparing and contrasting. Back then is totally different than today's era. But give a mixture. If you want to give a mixture, go ahead. Top 5 female artists. What's your top 5?
All right. Top 5.
Top 5. Who's your starting 5? Who's coming off the bench into the game?
All right, I'm gonna say this. All right, I'm gonna start off with this one. Most impactful artist that set the tone for the artists that we see now. I gotta give her a just due.
Who is that?
It's like it's really 2, but it's really 1.
Okay, well, like, you got 5. You got 5 spots. They fighting for the same spot.
Yeah, because honestly, like it's Lil Kim and Nicki. You see what I mean?
I just feel like one is old age and one is new age. The old version or the new version? Which one are you going with?
I'm gonna say Nicki set the tone for every artist that's like
after her
right now. But I'm gonna say Kim set the tone for Nicki.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's why, and it's like there's that era of like Kim and Nicki is like, I just feel like I will put them like there together. I don't know. I don't want to be together.
So if one gets injured, she's coming in.
Yeah, they like together. Right? But then now I can name the other 4.
Okay.
So
that was 1? That was top 1 spot?
Yeah, that's top 1. Just because there will be no Nicki. I'm not gonna say there will be no Nicki, but Kim definitely influenced Nicki. You can tell. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now. From you talk about earlier how the dressing and stuff, Kim started all that.
Yeah, for sure.
Lil Kim, yeah, she started all that. So you gotta put Then Nicki came and literally took the torch and ran with it for her.
Yeah.
To where we at now. You know what I'm saying? So boom. So if we was running a relay, Kim passed the torch, Nicki kept running.
Yeah.
Boom.
She took it home.
Now we got Cardi.
Okay.
Cardi's there. Like Cardi solidified. She came in. I feel like Cardi, she's definitely, from her personality to the hits, she got hits, and she's like that. Then we're gonna go with, because these are our artists for now. I could name artists in the past, but we're gonna go current. Then we're gonna go, I feel like Meg, man. Even though Meg going through it, I don't know, she ain't really been dropping as much.
She warming up. I know Meg.
These are only rappers. I ain't naming like Beyonce caliber, because that's like,
this your rapper starting 5.
Yeah, cause I don't really look at Beyonce as a rapper. She like, all right, so all right, boom. So then Meg, and then we're gonna go with that 3 spot. I'm gonna look at it if I was building a team. So then if I was there, I need a little.
Well, you on a 4. You on a 4 spot.
Not really, because I said Lil Kim.
Okay, that's 1, and then you said Cardi and Meg. So you on 4. So you got 2 more in your lineup.
Nah, so they count as 1. All right, I'm gonna just let you count them as 4 then. You said okay,
yeah. So we had Kim and Nicki. That's the one.
That's one.
Then we had Cardi.
Then we got Meg.
That's
3.
Okay, so you on 4?
I'm on 4. Yeah, I'm on 4. I don't know. It's I'm gonna give it to the young boy. I'm gonna give it to Lotto.
Okay, Lotto.
Lotto got some motion.
Yeah.
She got motion. And then that 5th, I don't really know. I listen at 5th.
You said we running it. Who running it?
Yeah, y'all running it though. That 5th. That 5th is there. I'm like, maybe
that 5th. It don't just have to be hip hop.
Damn.
See,
I got you. Doja.
You're not tapped into the
Doja.
Okay.
Doja.
Okay. I was about to say you're not tapped into the woman.
No, Doja got that.
Doja is definitely in my top 5. However, Doja, just the music. Doja as a person,
it's a lot going on.
But Doja with them just solely based on the music, she's in my top 5. She's actually number 2 for me.
Yeah, because Doja artistry is like...
Her artistry is crazy. But outside of the music, that's a whole nother topic. She's going through something. I don't know. She's doing her thing, but the Doja that does music, yeah, she's in my...
The reason why I took me a minute because consistency. Doja drops a lot of music.
Well, she does a lot. She does her own producing, beat making. Like, she's really hands-on.
I like that.
From start to finish. I like that too.
I like that when it comes to artists. I like the ones that's like consistent and really hands-on. Mm-hmm. So it was either Doja or Bia.
Bia.
But I've had to put Doja because Doja drops way more music than Bia.
Yeah.
I like Bia too though. You feel me? But
shout out to Bia.
But I feel like Doja come with it.
All right, so here's my top 5. I'm gonna start from 5. I'm gonna go, and mine's just not hip hop. Mine is all genres, female artists. So top 5, I'm gonna go SZA.
That's like R&B though. But I like that. That ain't rap. So that's what I'm saying.
You said female artists are running things.
You're right. So
we're running things across all categories.
That's
why
right.
we gotta eliminate hip hop?
You're right. SZA, she be in her bag. She's definitely
SZA.
Yeah, consistency too.
SZA. And then it was either between SZA or Doechii. I like Doechii. Doechii, she's versatile.
I like Doechii too.
So I'm gonna have to do one of your numbers, like Doechii and SZA in the same category. So they in the 5 spot.
All right, that's cool.
Who else did I say? Definitely Meg. Cardi. I gotta go with my girl Rihanna. What did you about to say?
Hey, you can't sleep on Ree, but Ree don't be consistent.
Well, no, she used to be. She just hasn't dropped music in a while because she's a boss and she switched and went and started doing makeup, started doing Savage Fenty, the clothing line.
No, so, I that's Ree. She's like that. She's really like that. She's a boss.
I feel like for me, Rihanna. But I think that's my top 5. Did I name? Yeah, that's top 5 for me.
So that's a solid
Rihanna.
5.
Who did I say? Rihanna, Doechii, SZA, Cardi, and Meg. That's my top 5.
That's a good lineup.
Yeah.
You got some hoopers.
We're going to the championship.
You got some hoopers. I guess Riri would be the veteran. That's on like the veteran.
Riri's the team captain.
Yeah, she's like
running the one.
She's running the one.
She's running the one. And then she's passing it. She might pass it to Meg or she might pass it to Cardi.
Now, when you draw the play, who do you think it should go to? You feel me? She might, but if you drawing the play as a coach.
Oh, if I'm drawing the play, okay.
You passing it to
Rihanna is passing it to Cardi.
Okay.
Yeah. Cardi, she gonna pass it to Meg.
Okay.
Meg, she gonna pass it. On this one, she might pass it to Doechii because Doechii's a little aggressiveness and she gonna get the job done.
Okay. Okay.
Boom, boom. Yeah. And then Selena.
And then with Scissors, she's getting the
Scissor is good defense. She's good defense. So in case we don't make it, she's gonna grab the rebound.
She's playing the center position.
Yeah.
She's gonna put that back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I like how you broke that down. That's a good analogy.
Thank you.
But yeah, there you have it. That's Lika with the
and then
with the coaching.
Yeah, you know how I do. So I want to hear other people's top 5. Like, please comment down below. You guys watching this, what females are in your top 5? And yeah, we're gonna end it on that note. Should we play a little music from the playlist?
Yeah, we can.
Or should we review a quick song?
We should play something from playlist. Let's see what we got down there.
I don't know. Should we do this one? Because this is.
Have we done that on the show yet?
No, we haven't done this one.
Yeah, let them have that.
Okay, so this is one of my faves. This is Bay. It's called Mood, produced by Go. And yeah, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. Let's get into it. Here we go.
So she in the mood. I let her watch her ass shake. She in the mood. I let her watch her ass bounce. She in the mood.
Yeah, tell me what's the move. Been throwing shots back. I'm finna lead a club at full. I'm trying to ride it like a roller coaster. Pussy calling no response. When it I didn't get it. I'm a sweater on my curves. Got it at the one world. Make it up and drop it 12. Make it up and drop it 12. Keep dropping 12. Got an ass back. He is fat. Pussy in a contract. Yo, fat, no back. Keep a nigga running back.
I let her watch her ass shake. She in the mood. She in the mood. I let her watch her ass bounce. She in the mood. She in the mood.
We been drinking on that Espelon, about to lose control. Daddy, slow it down and hit the cruise control. I'm looking back to watch your back and watch me lose his soul. I'm a different type of bitch. Pussy with it in a shit. Boy, it got it in a tip. Show them bruise like you a crib. That's a different type of grip. Even power when it's smooth. Hit him when I'm in the mood. In the text with the news. Got a nigga on the move.
She in the mood. In the mood. I let her watch her ass bounce. She in the mood. She in the mood.
Yeah. That's one of them ones that you for sure are going to hear at the strip club, anywhere where you can shake your ass. I feel like that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one, y'all. Playlist. Link is in the description box. Y'all go ahead, tap into the playlist. And yeah, thanks for rocking with us today.
Back at it tomorrow.
You already know the time. Y'all know the deal. Bye, y'all.